Welcome back to our channel. Today I'm going to explore part 1 of Demon Slayer. Get comfortable. Tanjiro Kamado lives with his family a happy and peaceful life in the snowy mountains, providing for them by selling charcoal in the nearby town. One day, he returns home only to find his entire family slaughtered in a demon attack, except his younger sister, Nezuko Kamado, who has begun to transform into a demon herself. A demon slayer, Ju Tomioka, appears to kill Nezuko, but Tanjiro does his best to try and defend her. Surprised to see Nezuko resist her demonic urges and protect her brother, and impressed by Tanjiro's potential, he decides to spare her life, telling him to go find Sakanji Urokodaki on Mt. Sajiri. Tanjiro and Nezuko bury their family before departing. Tanjiro and Nezuko make their way toward Mt. Sajiri when they encounter a demon residing in a nearby temple. They manage to successfully restrain it, but he finds himself hesitant to kill it, leaving it to burn in the sunlight. At this time, he meets Sakanji Urokodaki, who chastises him for his poor resolve and warns him about what will happen if Nezuko decides to kill a human. After letting Nezuko rest, Urokodaki puts Tanjiro through a test to prove his worthiness by climbing up and descending the hazardous and trap-infested Mt. Sajiri. Tanjiro succeeds in the task, and after recalling the letter from Ju requesting him to train Tanjiro to become a demon slayer, Urokodaki accepts him as his student. Tanjiro trains under Urokodaki to become a member of the Demon Slayer Corps, being told that he must pass final selection to be recognized as one. Tanjiro is put through 6 months of harsh training on the mountain, including learning about the total concentration and water-breathing techniques. With everything to know laid out, Urokodaki gives Tanjiro one final task to allow him to partake in the final selection, to slice an immense boulder. After another 6 months of failing to make a dent, he starts to lose hope when he is suddenly attacked by a fellow swordsman, Sabito, who criticizes him for his weaknesses. Another swordsman, Makomo, helps to train Tanjiro more, revealing that they both are former students of Urokodaki. 6 more months of training concluded with a final spar, where Tanjiro successfully strikes Sabito. As the two commend him for his success and vanish in a haze, it is revealed his slash had sliced the boulder in half. Urokodaki is shocked by Tanjiro's achievement of slicing the boulder, congratulating him and telling him to come back alive from the final selection. He arrives alongside a group of others like him who aspire to be demon slayers, and they learn they must survive for 7 days among demons trapped in the mountains. During his battles he encounters the Hand Demon, a giant grotesque demon who he learns specifically targets the children of Urokodaki, having killed all of them, including Sabito and Makomo. Despite the demon nearly overwhelming Tanjiro, while keeping its neck protected, he manages to overcome his defenses and successfully slices its neck with his water breathing. The Hand Demon starts to fade away after being beheaded, and sensing a scent of sadness coming from the demon, Tanjiro prays for it to be reborn in a better life, also allowing the souls of Urokodaki's past students to be put to rest. Tanjiro survives the 7 days of final selection and finds only 3 others have made it as well. After receiving the ores needed to make their swords, Tanjiro returns to Urokodaki's, where he reunites with him and Nezuko. A swordsmith named Haganezuka arrives shortly afterward to hand Tanjiro his sword, surprising everyone that it turns black. His Kasugai crow soon appears to provide him with the details for his first mission, to investigate a town where young girls are being taken. Tanjiro travels to the northwest village to investigate the case of the young girls who have been disappearing. There he meets Kazumi, whose fiancée has just recently vanished, throwing him into despair. Tanjiro waits until night when the demon makes its move against its next victim until Tanjiro intervenes to rescue her. He discovers that the swamp demon not only possesses 2 other clones of himself, but also can create puddles, allowing them to appear from anywhere. Tanjiro struggles to protect Kazumi and the girl while also trying to throw killing blows at the demons, being overwhelmed until Nezuko intervenes, shocking the swamp demon that a demon is accompanying him. While Nezuko protects Kazumi and the girl, Tanjiro faces off against the swamp demon and his clones. Tanjiro jumps into the swamp where 2 of the clones hide and manages to defeat them with his whirlpool form. Nezuko faces off against the final clone until Tanjiro arrives and corners it. He asks the demon about Muzan Kibutsuji, the original demon and the one capable of turning people into demons, but he refuses to tell him anything, terrified by Muzan's previous threats. After killing the demon, Tanjiro consoles Kazumi over his lost fiancée, before making his way to his next mission in Tokyo's Asakusa. Soon after arriving, Tanjiro detects a scent that was present in his house the day his family was killed. He follows it to a man with his wife and daughter, who turns out to be Muzan himself in disguise. While being confronted, Muzan turns a passerby into a demon in the crowd to make his escape. Muzan escapes as Tanjiro struggles with the demon, but not before hearing his vow to find him again. Muzan remembers a feared enemy from his past that had worn the same Hanafuda earrings he saw on Tanjiro, and tasks two demons, Susumaru and Yahaba, to track down and kill him. Meanwhile, Tanjiro is rescued by a demon named Tamayo, and a boy, Yashiro, revealing that she is a doctor with intentions of wanting to take down Muzan as well. Tanjiro and Nezuko are brought to Tamayo's place by the eccentric Yashiro, where through their discussion she reveals it could be possible to create a cure for becoming a demon, but she will need blood samples from demons Muzan has been in direct contact with to create it. Tanjiro resolves to accept this task when the four are suddenly attacked by a horde of Tamaris, controlled by Susumaru and Yahaba. Susumaru uses her powerful Temari to pummel the hidden house, revealing that she and Yahaba are members of the 12 Kazuki, powerful demons that serve directly under Muzan. She decapitates Yashiro with one of her Temari, and while he regenerates, Tanjiro struggles to dodge them as they swerve in physically impossible directions and are difficult to slash. Yashiro helps him see the arrows that Yahaba is using to telekinetically control Susumaru's Temari. Although Nezuko attacks Yahaba, the siblings are forced to change opponents, with Yashiro joining in to fight Susumaru using his blood demon art to battle Susumaru. At first, Yahaba overpowers Tanjiro by altering his trajectory as he tries to get close, and Nezuko's leg is blown off by a Temari. However, Tanjiro recalls his training and, despite his fatigue, unleashes a combination of forms to use the direction of Yahaba's arrows in his favor, closing the distance between him and beheading the demon. As Yahaba dies, he tries to kill Tanjiro once more, using his arrows to send him upward and fall to his death. Tanjiro is forced to use consecutive forms to lessen his impact and survives, albeit exhausted. Given a healing serum by Tamayo, Nezuko rejoins the battle and increases her strength, now able to match Susumaru's power. Tamayo uses her blood demon art to lower Susumaru's alertness, causing her to accidentally say Muzan's name and triggering a curse that kills her. Tamayo realizes both demons are not of the 12 Kazuki after examining Susumaru's eyeball, as they do not have a number on their eyes. Tanjiro laments over Muzan's cruelty, lying to demons and using their desperation in his favor. Though Urokodaki had hypnotized her into thinking humans are to be protected, Nezuko's recognition of Tamayo and Yashiro as humans causes Tamayo to cry out of thankfulness. The siblings depart for their next mission, and Tanjiro encounters another demon slayer from Final Selection, harassing a woman into marrying him. Tanjiro stops the demon slayer, Zenitsu Agatsuma, from disturbing the woman. He reveals he hoped to die during the Final Selection due to his weakness and low resolve. The two are directed by Tanjiro's crow to their next location, a large woodland mansion, where they see two children, Shoichi and Teruko, who tell him a demon is inside and has taken their brother. He and a reluctant Zenitsu enter, leaving Nezuko's box outside when the children unexpectedly enter too. They are then separated by the supernatural rooms, moving to the beat of a drum. Tanjiro, with Teruko, detects a large demon, the strongest one in the house. While looking for an exit, Zenitsu and Shoichi encounter another demon slayer, wearing a boar mask. Tanjiro witnesses the demon's blood demon art, moving the room with the drums implanted in his body. At that moment, the boar-headed demon slayer enters, ready to attack. The rogue slayer attacks, but is thwarted by the demon's blood demon art. He argues with Tanjiro and nearly attacks him when the demon also shows its ability to cause powerful, invisible slashes with another drum in his body. Transported into another room, Tanjiro finds the siblings' oldest brother, Kiyoshi. Zenitsu is cornered with Shoichi by another demon and loses consciousness from fear. However, while asleep, he uses his thunder breathing to kill the demon instantly. After snapping back, Zenitsu believes it was Shoichi who defended him after seeing the demon's corpse on the ground and returns to being scared. The rogue slayer also encounters a demon but quickly kills it. The drum demon, Kyogai, reveals his wish to kill the oldest brother for his blood and reclaim his place in the 12 Kazuki, previously stripped of his rank by Muzan. After directing the siblings to safety, Tanjiro battles Kyogai and begins to adapt to his drum's particular movements. Despite not fully recovered, he recalls Urokadaki's lessons about water breathing's adaptability, motivating him to fight. Did Tanjiro later kill Kyugai? Make sure you follow us in the next part where we will be revealing what happened to Tanjiro. We are posting every day for you. Please subscribe to give us more motivation, and you will not miss our daily video.